Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for being here with me again for another video. If you chose to click on here, then I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I've decided I may as well do a tattoo tour because I've had a few people ask me about my tattoos, and in person it's probably the most asked question I get is about my tattoos as well. I was gonna wait because I've literally got a tattoo booked next week, but I'm just gonna do it because you're probably gonna see that tattoo getting done anyway. So I'll let you guys see that tattoo when it happens, which will be really soon, so you won't have to wait too long. So I'm just gonna go in chronological order of what I have on my body because yeah, I'm a canvas. I'm a beautiful piece of art. So the first tattoo I ever got was actually this rose right here. And when I got it, I wasn't planning on getting a rose that day. I was planning on getting like a stag head and a whole different design, but I'm really happy that I went with the rose. A rose I just love. I just love flowers. I think they're really feminine at the same time as being really bold. I think they're great to get because when it comes to filling in gaps, I could get more flowers and it will look like it's part of the theme and it will look cohesive. Yeah, just like an FYI. I should have said this at the beginning, but if you're one of the people that thinks all tattoos should have a really deep meaning, then this is not the video for you. I kind of get tattoos that I like the look of and I think will look nice, or I think go with my aesthetic, and just things that make me happy. So yeah, that's literally what it takes for me to get a tattoo. That was my first one. I'll try and rate them all on a pain scale from 1 to 10. I'd say my rose was about a 4. Yeah, a 4. It wasn't that painful. For a first tattoo, I feel like it wasn't bad at all. I don't know if I just have a really high pain threshold or if it was just an alright spot to get tattooed, but it wasn't that bad. On the same day that I got my rose, I actually got this one as well, but it says, "I love you now and forever." And this is my favorite tattoo of all of them. I was just saying my tattoos don't have meanings. This is the one with the biggest meaning. It's traced in my dad's handwriting from a letter that he wrote my mum years and years ago, like before I was born. But when I read it, I feel like it's like to me, and I just love it. Yeah, that's my favorite tattoo and the only one with like that pulls my heartstrings. Okay, the next tattoo I got, I believe, was the lion. His name is Zion. He's named after the Lauryn Hill song To Zion and Lauryn Hill's son, for those of you who don't know. I love him so much. He's also one of my favorite tattoos. They're all my favorite, to be honest. I just love them all. But he is great. Like, I feel like he makes me feel stronger and look stronger and more powerful. People always think I'm a Leo because of this tattoo, but no, I'm a Taurus. Okay, let me go back. This one I forgot to say. This one, pain, I'd say like a 5. This little bit of bone hurt, but other than that, like a 5. This one, I would say the pain, again, I'd say like a 4 or 5. Yeah, I'd say like a 4 or 5 again. The most painful part is like the going over it again for shading. Yeah, he's just the beginning of my animal collection, because don't get me wrong, I'm gonna end up with a lot of animals on my body. I already know it. I wanna get a killer whale and I wanna get a gorilla and I just want everything. And then what was after Zion? I wrote a list. So the snake was next. This is my snake tattoo. The snake doesn't actually have a name, so if anyone has any name suggestions for the snake, then drop them below. I just didn't really have one that went with the snake. I've always loved reptiles and loved snakes, but this tattoo actually, my auntie told me she had a dream about a snake chasing her after I got this tattoo. I'd love to have a pet snake, I just couldn't feed it. Like, I don't want to keep mice in my freezer. No. No. So this is the closest I'll ever get to owning a snake, and I love him. I think he's beautiful. The pain on this one, again, a 4 or 5. I feel like I'm rating all the tattoos pain the same. Like, genuinely, none of them stick out as being incredibly painful, and I can't remember specifically getting any of them. I remember with the snake I nearly fell asleep, so let me lower that to like a 3 or 4 actually. Yeah, no, so I'll say like a 3 or 4. After the snake, I got these 2. So I got these 2 done on the same day. This one, yeah, it's just a hand with a all-seeing eye in the palm, and it's holding 2 peony flowers. When I initially went on the day that I got this, I really wanted a Buddha, like I wanted an entire Buddha tattoo, like sat here, like in teaching pose. But the space wasn't big enough. The head would kind of like, the detail would get lost. It would kind of look like a potato rather than a Buddha. Like if I wanted to do that, I'd need more space, and this area just wasn't the right place. And I actually love the design we came up with, the kind of hand with the 2 flowers. I think it's really, the flowers make it really feminine and make it tie in with the rose. And I think I want to get flowers following around up here and come over my shoulder at some point eventually. But this one, I would say, did hurt a little bit more actually than the rest. And I think it's just because of this area that was on my elbow, because this was the most painful part of the tattoo. Like this part I'd say was like a 4. This I'd say like a 6, 7 down here, just because I'm not gonna lie, it does hurt where there's less fat and where it feels like your bone is like, but anyways. And then this ball of yarn, which I get so many questions about this ball of yarn, like people just don't understand it and I just don't care. When I got it, anyway, I was in the tattoo studio with Matt. We were looking through a book and there was a page just full of balls of yarn, like just literally full of different balls of yarn. And I thought they were just really cute. I'm not even gonna lie. Sorry if the thing changed like position I had to take. I had to reset the recording. Yeah, so the ball of yarn, I saw it in a little book while I was in the tattoo studio. I don't know if it symbolized anything, but to me, I kind of just really liked it because my mum's always been really into like sewing and knitting and anything to do with fabrics and making your own clothing or anything like that. My mum's always been like diehard into that. And I thought it was cute for the little gap that I had here. I thought, yeah, why not? Yeah, that was next. And I'd say this one didn't really hurt. Yeah, like a 4 or 5 out of 10, just kind of standard to the rest of them, to be honest. All of my tattoos are on my arms and hands, so I feel like the pain rating is kind of similar, but I plan on branching out soon, so if I find other parts of the body more painful, that will be very interesting to see actually. Okay, so next was the Gypsy head. She's here. She also doesn't have a name, but again, if anyone has any name suggestions, she needs one. This is one of my favorite tattoos. Again, I got this kind of randomly. I always knew I wanted a gypsy head. I just think they're beautiful. They symbolize femininity. And I just think they look nice. But there was a book in the studio that was full of gypsy heads, and this was the only like black gypsy head or like African descent. Like she's got a headscarf on, she's got black features. She was the only one like this, and I just kind of thought, yeah, that's the one for me. Just kind of instantly knew. Me and Matt both had decided. We were like, yes, this is the one. And then we kind of tweaked her a little bit. This one did hurt more, I won't lie. This one hurt more than the others, like this inside part of my arm. This was kind of more similar to this part with my elbow. So I would give this one like a 6 or 7, just because I think this part of my arm is more sensitive. But yeah, that's that one. And then onto my other arm. So everything on my right arm came after my left arm, except for the writing, but it wasn't like, it was just because I was always going to Matt. So I went to Matt for like a solid amount of time to get my sleeve done. When I went to uni, I turned into a broke student, and the place I got this tattoo was bad, but anywhere else I don't think was bad, because I've only ever been to 3 studios, which is, I was going to the family business, but my artist Matt, he's now opened his own studio, which is called Origin Tattoo London, and I will tag it here somewhere or in the description below. I've been to Tattoo Heroes in Leighton or Leytonstone, I can't remember quite where it is, but I actually really like it there as well. I went to Peter Wizzo, who did my Lauren tattoo, which is next, which I love. This is Lauryn Hill. The amount of people that ask me if this is Bob Marley drives me through the roof. Like, that is the most common question I get from this tattoo is that Bob Marley? Besides the point, this is one of the greatest albums of all time, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I don't think I really need to explain this tattoo. I love her. She's kind of related to the next tattoo I'm getting, which I'm gonna just wait and let you guys see it. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm getting. Those of you who know me personally, I think, know what I'm getting next week. But other than that, yeah, stay tuned for that one. Hope you're excited. You get to know, I feel like it will let you know a little bit more about me, because this arm's more tattoos that mean things to me rather than this arm's things that just look nice. Yeah, Lauren hurt more. Lauren was like, again, a 6 or 7, but that's because it's so dark. Like, they had to go over the shading so much, so it felt like it was just raw skin being tattooed. And then as it healed, a lot of the ink pushed out, and then I had to get the whole thing tattooed again, just to kind of get back to this solid color. But don't get me wrong, she was worth it completely, and I love her with all of my heart. So yeah, she was worth it. So the next one is this little wave here, which I love this tattoo. I kind of want to tweak it and add like a little whale's tail coming out of the water or something, but I wanted to get a wave for a really long time, and I just love water and the ocean. I'm really drawn to it. So yeah, that's this one. Pain, about 4 out of 10. Yeah, and then last tattoo is this one, but it's faded. Yeah. She's gonna touch this tattoo up when I go to get my new tattoo next week. But basically I got this like in the back of a souvenir shop in Camden. There was like a little tattoo and piercing studio in the back of a souvenir shop, and I thought it would be wise to get a tattoo there. And he just did it really badly. Like, literally, as it was healing, I could see that my skin was like, it was literally like open, like cut open, and can't wait to get that fixed. Not that it's bad, but it's just could be better. Like, it looks like literally an old ancient Egyptian cave drawing. Like, it looks like an ankh that you would have found. So that one's just my ankh. I'm gonna say ankh. It's an ancient Egyptian hieroglyphic symbol for life, which I just really like. But yeah, that was all my tattoos. I hope you guys enjoyed, got to know me a little bit more, I guess. That's the 10 tattoos I have on my body currently, and more will be coming soon. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little video today. Thank you guys for coming and sharing this moment with me. I will be back in the next 3 or 4 days with another video, so stay tuned for that. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that great stuff. Thank you guys for coming. Bye. Mwah.